Practice makes perfect. That's why when I was a kid, I would take the newspaper and read out loud and practice my enunciation and pronunciation. My dad always told me that the key to success in America is to have perfect English, you know? So even my teachers at school told me that too. My teachers would tell me how English is the way to succeed. My dad would say that if you speak with the right accent, right vocabulary, right idioms, white men will respect you. And so when I was in second grade with my first year in America, during recess, there was this kid who took a jump rope and started whipping it at me. And then I started running, and he started chasing me and whipping me. And I ran, and I see the teacher. And I ran toward the teacher, and I used my limited vocabulary to convey that I needed help. I said, "Help, help, teacher, teacher, help." And then I get to the teacher kneels down, looks me in the eye, and says to me, "It's Mrs. M." And I was confused, and she said, "You don't call me teacher, you call me Mrs. M." And that was a very important lesson for me, you know? Perfect English is so important. That doesn't matter that this sadistic kid is trying to whip your ass, you know? You have to get your English correct first, right? And so, you know, I practiced my English, you know, practice makes perfect. And the next year, you know, I knew I got it down. I was conversing in English in class. I was writing essays. And, you know, I was feeling so good at myself. This is a good example. One day in class, the teacher put on the projector an essay written by someone in class. And our goal is to make it better, right? So, and I knew in that moment that I got it, you know, because I was participating in the discussion. I saw the grammar issues, I saw the spelling mistakes. And so I got so confident that at one point I told my friends, I would never write something like that. We get the essays back. I look at my essay, I compare it to the one on the projector, and they looked identical, except this one has my name written on it. And it was humiliating, you know, but I understood why the teacher used my essay, you know. The way we teach English is to get students to correct mistakes, right? The more mistakes you correct, the better you get. So you want writing samples with a lot of mistakes. And this teacher won the jackpot. In her class, there's this one student who just came to America, right? And so then basically I wrote the lesson material. So over the years, I never got comfortable with my English. I always feel like I could speak better, and I could speak with better grammar, better pronunciation. But I knew practice makes perfect, so if I surround myself with white people and people who speak perfect English, my English will get better. And that's how I got in trouble with my partner. There's nothing wrong with my partner. She is perfect, and she is always right. I just want to make that clear. So she is also from Taiwan, and she's been in the US for 5 years. So I would notice her grammar quirks, and sometimes it would annoy me because it makes me insecure. And once, a few weeks ago, she said something like, "Does the fridge have space?" And I got so annoyed, I said, "You know, I feel like my English will be influenced by yours, and I'll start saying, 'Does the fridge have space?' instead of 'Does the fridge have space?'" And immediately after that, I regretted what I said. She was so pissed at me, she wouldn't talk to me for a week. And my cat Pluto took over my side of the bed. And when she started talking to me again, she told me, you know, she was not mad because she's personally hurt, you know. She knows that English is not her first language. She doesn't give a crap about her English grammar. What she cared about was the fact that she was pissed because I was looking down on people just because they don't speak perfect English. I have basically internalized this sort of assimilation to the point where, like, I was looking down on people. And I felt horrible. And she really got the point through. She said, I was basically promoting white supremacy. And it's true. It is true. You know, we don't call people who care about grammar Nazis for no reason, right? And so I felt horrible. I felt disgusted with myself, and I really understood that is exactly what I wanted. I wanted to become American. I wanted to be accepted by white people, and I even wanted to be white. And by looking up to white people, I have also started to look down at that second grader from years ago who couldn't get help in recess because he couldn't speak perfect English. And that is not the person I want to be. And so now I know that my goal is not to learn perfect English. My goal is to unlearn my insecurity and to really embrace the fact that my speech, the speech of people of color, the speech of immigrants, the speech of English learners are already perfect. And how do I get there? Well, practice breaks patterns. Thank you.